There are questions that sound simple on the surface, but strike directly at the deepest nerve of a fan's emotions. Are you hurting? Are you frustrated? And who annoyed you the most in the Arsenal squad today? Just a few words, yet for anyone who watched all 90 minutes unfold, they feel like a lump in the throat. Because this was not merely about dropping 2 points. It was about the feeling of being betrayed by your own team at the very moment victory seemed firmly in hand. Arsenal went into the match against Wolverhampton Wanderers with the confidence of a side sitting at the top of the table. The opening script could hardly have been written better. From the first whistle, Arsenal pushed high, pressing aggressively in the opponent's half. There was no cautious probing, no tentative rhythm building. They attacked immediately, targeting weaknesses with clarity and intent. In the 5th minute, the breakthrough arrived. Bukayo Saka drifted centrally, timed his movement perfectly, and met a teasing cross with a precise header. The early goal felt like a declaration. Arsenal had come for all 3 points. From that moment, the match tilted decisively. Wolves retreated into a compact defensive block, while Arsenal circulated the ball calmly, confidently, almost serenely. The first half drifted by under near total control from the London side. They retained possession with authority, stretched the pitch, switched play intelligently, and accelerated when the gaps appeared. The sense was unmistakable. One more surge of intensity and the second goal would arrive. And it did, early in the second half. A flowing, attacking sequence carved open the Wolves' defense. Gabriel Martinelli burst into space, composed himself, and finished clinically. 2-0, a comfortable margin, total command, momentum fully on their side. Everything was unfolding as it should for a team chasing the title, but elite football rarely follows a script to its conclusion. After the second goal, confidence subtly shifted into something closer to complacency. Arsenal still controlled possession, but the edge in their pressing dulled. The sharp vertical passes gave way to safer horizontal circulation. The defensive line dropped a few meters deeper. The tempo slowed, not because Wolves horsed it, but because Arsenal chose it. Then, on the hour mark, the turning point arrived. From the edge of the area came a curling strike that reduced the deficit to 2-1. It changed more than the scoreboard. It altered belief. Wolves suddenly sensed vulnerability. They pressed higher, contested second balls fiercely, delivered crosses with renewed purpose. Meanwhile, Arsenal retreated further, rather than responding with a decisive third blow. The pressure mounted minute by minute. Cross after cross tested Arsenal's resolve. And in stoppage time, 90+4, the inevitable happened. A chaotic scramble in the penalty area, a punch not cleared decisively, a rebound that struck the post and deflected into the net. 2-2. In a matter of seconds, control dissolved into despair. The feeling was not simply disappointment. It was a hollow frustration, a disbelief that something so firmly grasped could slip away. Arsenal walked off with a point, but it felt like a defeat. On paper, they remain top of the table. They are 5 points ahead of Manchester City, albeit having played 1 game more. In a long title race, a game in hand is like a ticking device, quiet but ominous. If City win that extra match, the gap shrinks to a margin capable of generating immense psychological pressure. The issue is not merely arithmetic, it is momentum. When you lead 2-0 and finish 2-2, you lose more than 2 points. You lose the sense of control over your own destiny. And next comes the North London derby against Tottenham Hotspur, a fixture that transcends 3 points. Tottenham may not be title contenders, but they are always ready to inflict damage at precisely the wrong moment. What frustrates supporters most is not a single error, it is the pattern. Lead comfortably, slow the tempo, drop deeper, protect the advantage. In theory, that is game management. In practice, when done from a place of caution rather than authority, it hands hope back to the opponent. Modern football prizes control, but control must not drift into passivity. A genuine title contender knows how to finish the job. Arsenal had the quality to score a third. They had pace, creativity, individual brilliance, yet they chose restraint. And in elite football, safe can be the most dangerous choice of all. When a team retreats, the stadium senses it. The hesitation seeps from the pitch to the stands and back again. Supporters grow restless because they see the opportunity slipping away. The frustration stems from a belief that Arsenal, despite all their progress, still hesitate at decisive moments. Responsibility inevitably points towards Mikel Arteta. This is his squad, shaped by his philosophy. When a 2-0 lead evaporates, it cannot be dismissed as misfortune alone. It reflects match management. Arteta values structure, compactness, controlled spacing, but there's a fine line between security and timidity. After conceding the first goal, Arsenal required a clear response: increased tempo, fresh legs, tactical adjustment. Instead, the reaction felt delayed and lacking in conviction. At this stage of the season, emotional management rivals tactical planning in importance. Title-winning teams close matches ruthlessly. If such collapses become habitual, accountability extends beyond individual errors. Inside the dressing room, the mood must have been heavy. Silent glances, slow head shakes, extended pauses. Saka admitted the atmosphere was subdued. That is understandable. This was not just a draw. It was 2 points surrendered in a way that demands introspection. On Sky Sports, pundits criticized Arsenal for shifting into second gear after going ahead. The Guardian questioned their ability to manage leads. Data analysis revealed that Wolves' expected goals rose significantly in the final stages, evidence of territorial control slipping away at the decisive moment. Yet the season is not over. The advantage remains. Arsenal still control their destiny if they win their matches. What matters now is the response. A victory against Tottenham could transform this setback into fuel. Another stumble would render the points gap fragile and meaningless. Supporters are justified in demanding more. When you dream of lifting the title, expectations rise naturally. Fans do not seek only points. They seek conviction, the assurance that their team can kill a game when required. Arsenal have progressed enormously in recent years. They are no longer fragile in the way they once were. But to cross the final threshold, they must learn to preserve their identity under mounting pressure. Do not retreat when dominant. Do not ease off before the opponent has yielded. A title race does not reward caution. It rewards composure, courage, and the ability to endure suffocating moments without blinking. So when someone asks, does it hurt? The answer is obvious. The real question is what Arsenal do with that pain. Because in the end, the story of this season will not be defined by the draw at Wolves. It will be defined by the reaction that follows.